Vlogmas day number 4 is uploading, and I have an absolute mess in here again. I'm missing a couple, I think it's 2 poles for my little blue Christmas tree I have. Hopefully they're in one of these totes, because I have no idea where they would be. Well, let me start plugging in some lights and see if they still work. Oh, that's gonna be a fun day. Right. So I unfortunately have to go to the grocery store. But I totally forgot last night when I got off work. Or I must have decided not to. I don't really need to go, but I kind of want some ice cream. Which is odd that I'm craving ice cream. But it means I have to go out into the wild. I really don't want to do that. It's not that I think it's because I have to deal with people all week at work, that having to deal with people outside of work, just not my thing. Here's Rizzy. Oh well. I'm downloading video from yesterday and the day before down on my iPad because I uploaded Vlogmas 4 today, and I still need to upload 6 and 5. 5 and 6, everyone said. Let me get my shoes on and head on out. I'm stalling. Let me go. Happy Vlogmas, day number 7. Today was a day I did not get anything accomplished besides it looks festive, kind of. I think it'd look better if there was a Christmas tree back there. I do have my blue shiny one up over there. I found the poles for it. I'm excited. Right. Let's open up day number 7. Day 7. Day 7. Is this yarn number 3 for real? Oh, I guess it is. On to yarn 3. There's the label. This is merino single from our friends at the Periwinkle Sheep in Albany, New York. Take a look at this gorgeous hand-dyed wool. Oh my lord. Well, it barfed. This is gorgeous. It'd be better if it didn't barf all over the place, but it's not as soft as that blue one I had. You're not even gonna be able to see this, I guess. It is like very, 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 very tonal purple, which seems to be the theme of everything I knit nowadays. Oh yeah, it's very tonal. It's gorgeous though. Not as soft as that other one is for a single anyway. Maybe it's the dye that's making it that way. But that's that. Another dark yarn to knit with. And there's the card with the pattern on it. Another chart. I haven't even finished day 4 and 5 yet. Which you had to use this color again for part of day 4. The fuzzy yarn, or the fluffy yarn as I like to call it. And I still have this much left. I'm a little excited about that. I'll show you where I'm at. I'm on row 17. I've been using this. I really like this. I haven't been watching Honeybee Knits videos. I know she didn't start this on the day it was supposed to. She was opening up the advent calendar, but she didn't start it because she thought you were supposed to wait. And I do believe that I am in the middle of a row because, you know, I am just that kind of knitter. So, let me get to the end. I don't have my glasses on, so this is going to be awesome. I can't believe I did this. Well, let me tell you about my day, since I'm trying to get to the end of the row so I can show you what I've not accomplished so far. I had all the hopes and the dreams of the world today that I was going to decorate my apartment for Christmas, which I did get some of it up. And I'm not picking this up, I'll pick you up and show you after I'm done with all this. Or maybe I'll show you tomorrow. It's nothing much, so it's not that big of a deal. I had this great idea that I found this styrofoam wreath form, styrofoam circle thingy. I call it a wreath form in the craft room, and I'm like, well, and then I found all that red and gold tulle, which I made a wreath to stick on my door at my old apartment a couple of years ago, I believe. And I forgot I had cut all those squares out. I'm like, oh, well, I'll bust out the hot glue gun and we'll go to town. In the meantime, while I'm doing this, a friend of mine had texted me and said, I think I'm catching a cold. Now, I would like to say that my friend is a guy and he never gets sick. It's very rare that he does get sick. He did have a heart attack once, which scared me. But he has not gotten sick, like a cold or anything, since his heart attack. So it and for him to actually complain about it, he didn't really complain about it to me. He just said that he thought he was catching a cold. So he asked if he could come over, which I probably should have said no, but it's very rare that I catch a cold. It's very rare that I even get the flu. I mean, when I do get sick, now watch. No, excuse me. The flu from this, I'm not catching a cold. But he asked if he could come over because he has his own garage, so he actually doesn't work too far from where I live. Well, his garage isn't too far from where I live. And I told him, I said, you could come over and lay on my couch and I'll make you some chicken noodle soup, but you know, he's the, I'll be fine. So I guess he broke down and he came over right in the middle of me doing Christmas decorating. And of course he just shakes his head. And I told him, I said, well, you can stay in here on the couch and I'll just go sit in the bedroom. But I felt bad for him. He sounded terrible. And I'm used to him being I don't really want to say I'm used to him being the rock and the one that nothing brings this man down. So it was kind of weird seeing him like this, and I could tell he didn't feel good. And so I told him, I said, well, I have a diffuser in my room and I can put some eucalyptus, or I have some peppermint oil I can stick in there. And why don't you just go in there? You can turn the TV on. You can just lay in the bed and you can take a nap. I don't care. I'll sit in here and I'll knit. So I have some knitting I need to get done. And he was like, well, if you don't mind yarning for a while, which I don't need an excuse to yarn, but heck yeah. Because he knew I have a disaster in here right now. I'm too embarrassed to show anybody, but he just shakes his head and walks in the other room. So he's not worried about it. But so he went in there and he took a nap, and I'm looking because I have glitter all over this coffee table. You probably can't even see it. I mean, it is everywhere. Red and gold glitter. And I'm just looking and I can see the dust on the floor. I can see I have to pick things up, and I'm just like, okay. He was like, I'm just gonna sleep for 20 minutes. Oh, okay. And I know him. He usually, if he says I'm gonna sleep for 20 minutes, he usually does. So, 20 minutes goes by and I'm like, oh, well, maybe he's not gonna sleep for 20 minutes. An hour goes by and he finally got up, and I'm like, well, I wanted to dye yarn today. Like, I wasn't telling him that. Because I really honestly felt bad because I've never seen him sick like that before. So basically I haven't done anything today except for that. I got some lights up over here. I put some greenery up, put the lights up above the balcony door. My little candles over there. I got lights over there. Still need to string some more on the other hutch. I'm really thinking about leaving these up forever. Or finding some, like, what are they called? Fairy lights or twinkle lights or something like that. Because I'm totally digging them things. I really like them up there. I still want to get the canvas and put the fabric on it like was suggested to me, because I think that would be a really good idea. That way I could change behind me whenever I wanted to, based on the mood or based on the season or whatever. I have to purl back. So there was no yarn dyeing today. I'm hoping, I told him when he left here today that he needs to stay home, but he had work to go do on someone's, well, he had work that had to get done and a person was waiting for it to get done, so I told him after that he needed to go home and go to bed. Because he works like 7 days a week, and I don't know how he does that. I guess when you own your own business, that's what you do, but I was very surprised that he didn't work on Thanksgiving, but he technically did because a customer had to come and pick something up from him. So he still went to his place. hopefully he's smart enough tomorrow to take off. I hope so. I really do. This is what I'm working on right now. It's like wedges. I thought it was just all one long thing, but it's like smaller on one side and bigger on the other. And I'm doing this wrong. Apparently I don't remember how to purl. So needless to say, apartment is in disarray still. No yarn got dyed. I did get the knit and I was watching Thor while he was asleep. I put my headphones in and watched him on my iPad. That's pretty much all that got done today. I have, how many more rows do I have to go? I don't even remember how many more rows I have left. Oh, I have a ton of rows because I have today's to do. So I'm thinking the shawl's not going to get done until next Christmas. I mean, just like the Halloween shawls, I'm not going to get done until Halloween. But I do believe my oven is preheated. I went to the grocery store. I'll have to tell you about that. I'll have to wait until later. I was gonna buy some wine and then I didn't. Because wine makes me tired sometimes and I really want to stay up tonight, and I think I'm gonna watch some Vlogmases and I want to work on this shawl. I also need to cast on my dad's hat and I haven't even done that. I think I might do that tomorrow. And like work on the hat for like an hour and then switch back and do a couple rows of this. Because honestly, had I saw this pattern before I bought the advent calendar from Jimmy Beans, I probably would have bought it. I like potato chippy knitting. I don't mind like lace work and stuff like that, but I don't want to count 240 stitches. Although they did tell you how to tell where you needed to stop, but maybe I'm just being difficult. I need to knit like a couple more hats too. I need to knit like 3 hats. Knitting hats doesn't take that long. It's just I guess the stranded, technically it wouldn't be color work, but I guess it kind of is, because the one hat I want to do, I'm going to cut, it has a moose on it and a Christmas tree, but I'm going to cut out the moose and just do the Christmas tree, which means I'm going to have to modify the pattern. That way when I cast on, or maybe I'll cast on what I normally cast on and then just do an increase round for the top. See, we have these chats and I figure out things like so much easier. Now, I have to remember the chat. I guess I will when I upload it. It's gonna take me forever to purl back. You're never gonna see this thing. That's what it looks like so far though. And see, like towards the end, I really think this needed to be on a longer cord. I honestly, if I should have just used my 60-inch cabled needles. But this is the end. And you can see how thin it is. And then this, because none of this comes apart, it's all curled up. This is the beginning. So it's like, it's creating this wedge, which, as much as I complain, I think this is like the coolest design ever. And I love, absolutely love this yarn here. We'll see about the purple. It's odd to me though that this color is just like a pale color, and then the next wedge is supposed to be this. Oh, hey, look. It makes me able to see it when I put this on there. You can see how tonal that is. I swear it almost looks like that Hawthorne figuring. Beautiful yarn though. Yeah, it does feel soft the more you touch it. I like singles. I like singles in the merino single yarn for shawls. It's so soft. I just wonder how much this is gonna like it grow when I wash and block it, because it is those singles. As much as I pet this, I should buy it. I should just get a cat. I feel like I need an animal here. I really want a dog. Like a small dog, but I figure if I'm gonna have a small dog, why don't I just get a cat? A cat's pretty self-sufficient. I say that and then I'm like, no, because you know, I like yarn, and I don't know how I feel about a kitty cat attacking yarn that belongs to me. I'll have to give it some more thought. I'm also allergic to cats, so not like in the point where I'm gonna die from being allergic to them, but enough to where my allergies will bother me more than what they do now. But, all right, let me get dinner in the oven. I'm gonna watch some TV. I'm gonna knit on this shawl, and then I'll come back later and chat. Oh, this is gonna be a long one, man. If I were y'all, I'd just fast forward through almost all of it. I'll talk to you.